Welcome back everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with a 2020 McLaren GT. Now this has 1008 horsepower, 697 pounds-feet of torque from its 4-litre twin-turbocharged V8 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,976 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 2.188 seconds, 0 to 104.392 seconds, and going to a top speed of 226 miles an hour. So yeah, this has actually got pretty good off-road stat here, despite being a supercar. The braking and launching and acceleration are great, speed is good obviously, handling is a little bit concerning, but it should hopefully be okay. And yeah, given that the GMC Jimmy is currently the top car on this series, not by much, but at least about 0.7 of a second. I do hope that this is going to be something that's able to match that, given it's obviously far newer, more agile and lighter. So yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah, this is actually the original engine, just upgraded. Can't actually swap an engine into this, which, to be honest, I wasn't expecting. I would have thought we could have at least swapped something in, but would have been nice to maybe have the engine from a P1 in this or something. That is still only a V8, albeit with hybrid technology, but unfortunately not. Still, 1008 horsepower is hardly a little amount. It's around 400 horsepower more than it had standard, so yeah, it's still pretty good. Now this should be, you know, like I said, more agile and quicker around corners than the GMC Jimmy, but whether or not it's going to be able to handle the off-road elements, because yeah, that's why the handling isn't quite as good as it would normally be. It doesn't have, you know, standard road tyres on a normal road. It's got off-road tyres on off-road elements, and yeah, that's why the handling is suffering as a result. But still, I don't think it comes down to any one thing, whether or not a car succeeds here or not. It's usually a combination of things, so yeah, and obviously got to take into account my driving at the end of the day. And there's no guarantees with that, that's for sure. This car is obviously bouncing around a fair bit because it's on obviously higher suspension than it would otherwise normally be, and it's obviously not meant for dealing with big jumps or anything like that. Fair bit of understeer as well, because it was never meant for all-wheel drive. But when you give it some room, this is pretty quick. Topping 140 there, which is pretty good. It's that kind of speed in that short space of time. Shows how quick this is in terms of acceleration. Nice big slide around that corner. Going to the final corner. What are we going to have done? Oh, not quite as quick as the GMC Jimmy or the Aston Martin Valhalla, with a time of 3 minutes 27 what was it, 049, but it doesn't mean that we go straight into third place, beating the Ford Bronco, Duberti F-150 Pre-Runner, Subaru STI S209, and by a country mile the Renault 8 Gordini, and by more than 10 seconds faster than the Renault 4L Export. But we are still just over a second slower than the Aston Martin Valhalla, and more than 1 second, about 1.5-ish, nearly 2 seconds actually slower than the GMC Jimmy, which is still a massive surprise in terms of how fast that car was. Now granted, that did have more power and torque than we did, but it also had more in the way of weight. But then again, it also had, you know, more off-road capability with its really rather raised suspension and its big fat chunky tyres, and you know, its all-wheel drive system all coming standard with that car. So yeah, that was an off-road beast that just so happens to now be quick, whereas obviously the McLaren GT is a car that just so happens to be quick that is now going off-road. So yeah, it's a bit of a switcheroo on that regard, but yeah, still a good time, and to get into third place is no mean feat. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.